Hi everyone! So today we're going to do a really quick video on how I make my tincture. And a tincture is something that you give someone when they're sick. So I will make this, it's called an elderberry honey tincture, and I will make it for my kids when they're either sick, which hopefully I don't have to get to that point, they have a runny nose, or there's a little cough, or I get a letter from school saying that there's someone that was really ill in their classroom. And I have found that this little syrup that I'm going to make right now with you guys has worked way better than any medicine I have gotten from the pharmacy. So you too can make it on your own. You will just initially need to buy your supplies and then you're good to go. So stay tuned and let's make this together. So the first thing you're going to need is your elderberry. And I buy these elderberry dried. I also bought an elderberry tree off of eBay, and to be honest with you, it's not doing too well in my climate. But I'm going to give it a couple more years, see how it goes. But this is where I bought this elderberry, and it was on sale. So I got a whole packet of it. This was 2 pounds of elderberries. The next ingredient you're going to need is honey. And yes, I am a vegan that uses honey. And this is local honey that we get from the area. Then you're going to need 1 cinnamon stick. You're going to need about 2 tablespoons of freshly grated ginger, which you just grate with your cheese grater. Then you're going to need 1 teaspoon of horehound. And this I bought off of Etsy. And I used to buy my elderberry off of Etsy too. And I'll go ahead and link the girl that I used to buy it from. But I don't get it from her anymore. And this is where I get the horehound. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but it looks like just fruit. And this is super bitter, so you want to keep it to a minimum. But all these stuff that I have here, I got all this information from this book. And then finally, you're going to need 3 cups of water. And what we're going to do is we're going to put our water, this is 2 cups. This is 3 cups. We're going to add our ½ a cup of elderberry, dried elderberry. If you're doing fresh elderberry, then you're going to need 1 whole cup of fresh elderberry. We're going to go ahead and put our 1 teaspoon of horehound. We're going to put in our ginger. And that is it. And we're going to go ahead and put this on the burner and let it simmer. So we're going to let it simmer for about 45 minutes to an hour. And it's going to reduce and it's going to become kind of syrupy. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. So I've got it on my stovetop. I'm going to turn up the heat on high, and I'm just going to let it mix in. And I'm going to let it boil, as I said earlier, for about 45 minutes. But we're going to check on it every so often. So as you can see, it's at a full boil right now, and we're going to lower it to really low. And we're going to keep it uncovered for an hour. So we'll come back and see what it looks like in an hour. So it's been about an hour, and as you can see, it has really thickened up. And you can see the syrup starting to become a little syrupy. So what we're going to do now is turn the heat off, and we're going to cover it. Kind of like you're making tea. So I'm just going to let it steep for about an hour or so, just to let it cool down. Okay, so now I've taken it off the burner. It's warm, but it's not hot. So I'm going to take my potato masher and I'm just going to mash it. now I'm going to take a cheesecloth. You can take an old t-shirt. I've used this over and over and over again. I just wash it out. So it's not dirty, it's just stained from the elderberry. And I'm just going to pour it over this cup. Just to strain out. See it strain. Whoa. Hello. No, don't go in there. Tie this up. Just squeeze it. So now that I'm done with straining it, I'm going to add my honey. Now I've got about a quarter cup. Well, actually it's 1.5 cups, and I'm going to fill it up to 2 cups. So you can see how much from 3 cups it's down to 1.5. And I'm going to put about 1/2 cup of honey. I'm gonna mix it. Now I'm going to take a recycled glass jar. This used to be a creamer jar, and I'm just going to fill this up. Exactly 2 cups. You want to store this in your fridge for up to 3 months. Thanks for watching, and I hope this keeps you healthy.